Hello, everybody of the tube. um, Got a quick little ramble video today, since I seem to get more views on my ramble videos than my actual project videos most of the time. Real quick, I am smoking one of my pipes I made. This is the second briar pipe I ever made, and inside I have some good old-fashioned Lane 1Q. So, I was sitting in the living room looking at the pipe rack, and I have a couple pipe. I got a good collection of pipes now just from doing restorations, and I'm almost getting to the point where I have too many pipes, which, if that's at all possible. I know some people have a lot more pipes than I do. I have about, I probably have close to, not including my corn cobs or my other pipes that I made, probably close to 30-ish, which to some people they have hundreds, and that seems to be enough for me right now. So in my restoration projects, I'm actually getting a little more I guess you could say picky about what I look for, what I'm looking for, and I'm trying to add some certain pipes to my collection just because I feel like they need to be in there. Like, I don't have a Medico in my collection. Regardless how you feel about them, I just like to add one into the collection. So I have like my Masscraft, my Graybo, and my Medico, and there's a few other in there I would like to add to it. But anywho, so I was looking at my collection, and I happened to see this pipe that sits in there, the one I made here. And I also got another one, which you've seen me smoke maybe a couple times. This was the first pipe I ever made. It's just a poker. This is the first one I made, and I don't smoke this one a lot because it's huge. It's huge, and it takes a really, really long time to get through it. But it's the first one I made, and I was pretty proud of it. I mean, in comparison, it's a big pipe. So I have this one. I got this one. These were made from briar blocks, and I didn't make the stems myself. So the stems are just factory stems or prefab stems, whatever you want to call them. But those were from blocks, and I did make some other pipes too. I did the two kit, Mr. Brog Pearwood kits that I did do somewhat of a build along video, I guess, with them, just because I was curious of how they would be, and because for you guys that don't have like a drill press or access to lathes or whatever, even though I did use a drill press on one of them, kind of, if you did have a drill press, not the other. But the idea was, the Pearwood is softer than briar, so if you do have to hand shape it, it's a lot easier, and it is a little less expensive to play around with, because briar can get a little pricey at times depending upon the cuts and whatnot. So anyways, to complete this ramble, it's gonna be a little random. It did get me thinking about my last video when I was talking about if I was going to start a pipe company, and it got me thinking, because I have enough pipes really in my collection now, other than certain ones I might look for, or are into at the time, that maybe it's time for me to try and make some briar pipes again, kind of go back to it. So I've made a couple briar pipes. I made some out of mahogany, one or two out of maple, one out of oak. But I really haven't made a pipe from the ground up in a while. I kind of got caught up in restorations and cob modding for quite a while, which is fine. I enjoy both yet, except for I'm kind of taking a break from the cobs for a while, because I got quite a few of those too. I don't even remember how many I got of them, but I have quite a few. But the thing is, from messing around with doing a lot of the the cob modding, especially when I started adding that wood plug and doing more messing around with the chambers, as far as making them like a briar pipe or like a traditional pipe you would see with the rounded bottom, and through the restoration projects. I mean, even from where I started, even with my cob modding to now, is completely different. Where I started from when I started restoring pipes is just vastly different from where I started. A lot of the techniques I still use, but there was quite a few I added along the way, and mostly things, you know, as far as the restoration, mostly in part because of you guys in the community, some of you guys I follow, and some of them people that led me to other people that do restorations, and that grasp just vastly improved my techniques, just trying different stuff and really finding what I like. I mean, it's, you know, it goes with not so much cob modding, because there's not really a lot of guys that do cob modding videos. A lot of them I just don't think necessarily they want to share what they're doing. Sometimes because I think it's maybe some of them sell them. And to be honest, some of that cob modding is just maybe to some people's like a magic trick. Once you see how it's done, it's not really magical no more. I don't know. So, but anyways, and messing with all that stuff and just evolving in how I do things, I really think it's time to revisit actually making a pipe again. So, just through doing that stuff, I think I'll be able to do it better than I previously did. I'm not going to make the stems for anything I'm going to be working on, just because I don't have the ability. Well, I shouldn't say I don't have the ability. I don't have access to the type of tools I would need to do it the way I want to do it. And I'm not going to go out and buy a metal lathe or machinist lathe just to do that. So down the road, maybe if I start making some more for myself, maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. So I will have to go with the pre-made stems. But I think for getting back into actually making them ground up, I think that should suffice. It's mostly what I've been concentrating on, really looking into it, is a lot of the bowl shapes and the drillings. A lot of that, what sparked that is, you know, The Diabetic Man did make a video about upping your pipe game. I haven't VR'd to that one, but a couple people have, and they have made some really insightful videos. And just going through that and finding other people's channels that are willing to share the information about making pipes, it's just, I've learned a lot. Probably since I shot that last video about talking about making pipes. And so I guess now I'm just talking in circles, but basically I think I learned enough where I'm going to be able to make one and be happy with it. And I say that knowing that I won't be happy with whatever I make. I'll be happy with it. Like this pipe, I'm not happy with the way it came out. It smokes fine. But I know where all the stuff went wrong and where all the mistakes are. And I don't think generally, even in my cob mods, I know where stuff kind of, not necessarily is bad, but I know where I had trouble with it, or whatever it would be. And I don't know if that's just an artist thing or a creator thing or whatever it would be. You know what's there, you know what I mean? Where someone else might look at it and be like, oh, it's fine. Well, so I don't know when I'm going to try and order up some briar blocks here soon. And looking forward to making it. Working on them, I guess. I would love to do a build along with it, but I don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of time for me to do a build along with it. It might just be more updates as I go, more so than building when I do it. So when you try to do something while you're doing it, it takes up more time. There's more editing to it. Even a lot of my videos I don't edit, and even the ones I do, it's not really noticeable. But they're set up, and then you start doing stuff and you forget that you're going to set up and do it. So it might just be updates as I go. And I'm not going for, it won't be nothing too exciting. I think what I'm going to tackle is maybe another poker, but of a smaller size. Like this one, if you didn't know, I left the briar where it was raw on the bottom, in this bottom corner. That's why it looks chipped. But maybe a smaller little poker, or probably just a standard billiard shape. I'm just going to try and keep it simple and mostly try to focus more on the mechanics and the function of the pipe, rather than trying to make, you know, some kind of crazy shape. Just going to go with keeping it simple and just try to make a pipe that smokes really, really well. So I guess with that being said, that was a long enough rant, going on to 11 minutes. So, well, thanks for hanging out with me. So look for that project in the future. I still have to finish that cob I was working on for cob foolery. I don't know when that's going to happen. I still have to tackle that leather wrapping that pipe, and I'm not sure when that's going to happen. But I do have a friend who does some leather work, and I might bother her for some advice how to tackle that, actually. So there's going to be a few projects coming in the future. So other than that, you guys have a great day.